New Gemini Canvas. Update is insane. Google just turned search into a workspace and barely made any noise about it. No big press conference, no countdown timer, just quietly rolled it out on March 4th, 2026. And most people have no idea it's sitting right there in their browser. That's the thing with Google. They ship something massive and half the world misses it. You're not going to miss this one. I'm Julian. I teach people how to actually use AI tools in their work. And today I'm breaking down the new Gemini Canvas update, what it is, how it works, and how to get real use out of it starting today. I've also got some prompt templates near the end that will save you a ton of trial and error. Don't skip those, let's go. Here's the simplest way to explain what just changed. Google search used to be a place you went to find answers. You get your answer, then leave and go build something somewhere else. That's the loop everyone's been stuck in forever. Canvas breaks that loop. Now you can search, think, write, build, and create all inside the same tab. Canvas opens as a side panel directly inside search. It pulls live information from the web and from Google's knowledge graph. And it lets you turn that information into something, a document, an app, an interactive tool, right there without leaving. That's the shift. Search is no longer just a lookup tool, it's a workspace. Now let me give you a bit of context because it helps you understand why this version is actually worth paying attention to. Canvas first appeared in the standalone Gemini app in March 2025 as a writing and coding tool. Then in July 2025, Google brought an experimental version into search through Google Labs. That experiment ran for 8 full months before they pushed it to everyone. So what you have now is not a beta, it's a version that went through real testing and came out the other side with more features than it started with. On March 4th, 2026, Google made it available to all users in the US in English, no premium subscription required. If you're in the US and you use Google search, you already have access to this right now. So how do you actually get to it? You need to be in AI mode inside Google search. Once you're there, look for the plus button in the toolbar. That's your tool menu. Tap it, select Canvas, and a side panel opens up. Type in what you want to create and Canvas gets to work. If you're using the Gemini app directly, you can also access Canvas from below the prompt bar. And if you're on a Google AI Pro or Google AI Ultra plan, you get access to Gemini 3, their most capable model right now, plus a context window of up to 1 million tokens. That's important for bigger, more complex projects. But for most day-to-day tasks, the free version gets the job done. One thing to know about mobile. You can view your Canvas projects on your phone through the Gemini app, but editing, especially code editing and text formatting, is a desktop-only experience right now. So for serious work, use desktop. Now, let me walk you through what Canvas can actually do, because this is where it gets good. Thing one, you can build apps and prototypes just by describing them. You type out what you want, Canvas generates the code, typically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and you get a working testable prototype in minutes. You can see the live preview, flip to the code view if you want to look under the hood, and keep refining it through conversation. No separate IDE, no setup, just describe it and build it. Thing two, you can draft and refine documents, reports, plans, blog posts, briefs, whatever you need. Canvas has built-in editing tools, so you can adjust tone, change the length, or restructure sections without starting over. When you're done, you can export directly to Google Docs. Thing three, you can convert research into interactive content. This one is genuinely powerful. If you run a deep research report in Gemini, Canvas can transform it into a web page, an infographic, a quiz, or an audio overview. You hit the create button that appears at the top right of your canvas. Once the research is done, pick your format and watch it happen. Dense research becomes something you can actually share and use. And the reason this all works better than building in an isolated AI tool is that Canvas is connected to live web data and Google's knowledge graph while you're creating. So the things you build can reference current real information, not just what the model was trained on. Let me give you 3 practical use cases to make this concrete. First one, turning research into a shareable resource. You deepen research on a topic relevant to your work, you run a deep research report, then convert it into an interactive quiz or a web page inside Canvas. Instead of sending a long document nobody finishes, you send a link to something engaging. This kind of thing used to take hours of extra formatting work. Second one, building a custom tool without knowing how to code. Think about a simple project tracker, a pricing calculator, an intake form. You describe the tool to Canvas, it generates it, you test it and tweak it through chat. These are simple apps, not production software, but for internal use and quick client-facing tools, they're very practical. Third one, prepping for a presentation fast. You drop your notes into Canvas, ask it to structure them, into a clear outline with talking points, adjust the tone to match your audience, and you're done. No opening 4 different apps, no context switching. Everything happens in one place. When I was first trying to figure out which AI workflows were actually worth building into my routine, I was wasting a lot of time on tools that looked impressive but didn't hold up day to day. That's when I found AI Profit Boardroom. It's a community of over 2,000 people focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works in real workflows, not theory, actual implementation. It helped me figure out fast which tools were worth my time and which ones to skip. If you're serious about building real AI skills, the link is in the description. Now, here are some prompts that will get you significantly better results in Canvas. For building a tool, don't just say, make me a tracker. Say this instead. Build me a task tracker with columns for task name assigned to due date and current status. Color code the status column. Green for done, yellow for in progress, red for overdue. Add 5 example tasks with realistic data. That specificity is what gets you something usable on the first try. For document drafting, instead of write me a report, try write a structured report with an executive summary up top, 3 key findings in the middle, and a clear recommendation section at the end. Keep the tone direct and professional. Each section should be no longer than 200 words. For converting research, take this research summary and turn it into a 10-question interactive quiz. After each answer, explain why it's correct or incorrect. Show a final score at the end. Specific prompts get specific results. Vague prompts get generic output. That's true everywhere in AI, but especially here. 4 quick tips before we wrap up. AI mode needs to be enabled for the search version of Canvas. If you're not seeing it, check that AI mode is turned on in your Google search settings. Desktop is where you get the full experience. Mobile lets you view your projects, but editing is limited. File upload support inside AI mode is still coming. Google has said it's on the roadmap for the coming months. When that lands, you'll be able to feed in your own documents and data directly, which opens up a lot more use cases. And if you're on a paid Google AI plan, use Gemini 3 for Canvas. The output quality on complex builds is noticeably better. Here's the thing about this update that I think gets overlooked. The fact that Google ran this as a labs experiment for 8 months before going wide tells you they weren't just rushing to compete. The version that launched on March 4th is more capable than what started as a test. That's usually a good sign that the thing actually works. Search being the entry point also matters. Most people are already in Google search multiple times a day. Canvas doesn't ask you to change your habits and learn a new tool from scratch. It meets you where you already are to bring it all together. Gemini Canvas is now available in AI mode for all US users in English inside Google search, free to access, no separate app needed. You use it through the plus button in AI mode. It builds apps, drafts the documents, converts research into interactive formats, and pulls in live data from the web while you work. If you want to go deeper on AI tools and actually put them to work, check out AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people sharing real experiences with AI. What's working, what isn't, which tools are worth learning, which ones to leave alone. No fluff, just practical guidance from people in the trenches. Link in the description. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are putting AI to work every day. If this was useful, hit the like button and subscribe. New AI tool breakdowns every week, so you stay ahead without spending hours doing the research yourself. See you in the next one.